Now, if you are anything like me, the thought of designing a logo for a digital marketing company might make you feel a little bit nervous. It can be scary in the start when you're trying to come up with something unique that hasn't been done before. Trust me, it's not easy, but it's not that hard. It's all about how you tackle the flow of your creativity. This time, the name of the company we are working with is Digital Marketing 360 or DMC 360 for short. They focus on selling digital marketing and design services, so it's important their logo reflects that. The first step in my process is to gather all the juicy details about the company. This helps me understand what the company does and who their target audience is. If you don't have this information, you might end up designing a logo that has nothing to do with the brand. So make sure you save some headache for your old age and have a clear understanding of what the company does before you start designing. I've got this fancy questionnaire that I send to client, and I try to get as much information as possible. If there are some questions, I don't hesitate to give them a call, and of course I jot down all the details in some rough pages or fancy ass notebook, just to make sure I don't forget anything important. Once I have the company brief, I'd like to take a little time to mind map. This involves writing down as many keywords as possible that are related to the company. It doesn't have to make any sense at this stage. Just get everything out of your head which is relevant to the company. For DMC 360, some of the attributes I finalized were bold, energetic, young, and reliable. Some of the keywords I came up with were links, affiliates, communication, social media, and SEO. Now it's time for the fun part. I like to doodle and see what kind of designs I can come up with. For this brand, I was thinking about pictorial logos and letter forms since there is no such requirement from the client. But it's important to keep the logo minimal and adaptive. You know that sketching can be a real time suck. You start with one idea and before you know it, you've got hundreds of ideas in front of you and you don't know which one to choose from. That's why it's always important to set a specific amount of time and stick to it. It will always save you a ton of time in the long run. So I spent some time sketching out different ideas and scanned them into my computer to vectorize them in Adobe Illustrator. By the way, you can use the January MS Paint as well, but it won't help you vectorize anything. I usually vectorize the logo and play around with the fonts in black and white before jumping in to select the color palettes. I believe both the logos will look better in sans serif. So I have to select a sans serif font for both of them. I am going for the Poppins for the first one and Montserrat for the second one. I don't think I can do much with the Poppins, but I can play with the D and make an edge here to match the mark. It's not necessary for every logo, but I think it looks good, so I'm gonna keep it. Once I was happy with the black and white versions of the logo, it was time to select a color palette. I chose a few colors that I thought reflected the mood of the digital marketing brand and then played around with them to see which ones looked the best. And I have also taken my time to create the brand guidelines to tell the client how to use them. This is important, otherwise the client won't know what to do and what not to do. Just like the subscribe button in front of you. Also remember this, tweaking the small details in your design is tempting most of the time and it's good for improvement. But if you can't deliver it in time then